Imagine an SUV with both the go-anywhere capability you want and the fuel economy you need. The 2025 Mazda CX-50 is not just another hybrid, it's a market changer. The SUV boasts an impressive 40% increase in fuel economy. On top of that, the tank gets an extra 100 miles of range per tank. This stylish powerhouse is redefining what you can expect from a hybrid SUV. But will it be the breakthrough hybrid SUV the world has been waiting for? Let's look at the all-new 2025 Mazda CX-50 and find out. The 2025 Mazda CX-50 is a naturally aspirated 2.5-litre four-cylinder gasoline engine, which powers the next-generation hybrid battery pack. 3 electric motors are linked with this battery. One drives the rear axle, making the CX-50 a more convenient and quicker electric all-wheel drive vehicle, while the second is linked to the eCVT, or electronically controlled continuously variable transmission. This helps the car go faster, and the third one powers it. This all-new hybrid powertrain produces 219 horsepower and 163 pound-foot of torque combined. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? That's because the powertrain in the CX-50 is the same powertrain found in the Toyota RAV4. Mazda has a symbiotic relationship with the Japanese automotive giant. The two have a joint venture, Mazda Toyota Manufacturing, which is the plant producing the Mazda CX-50 in North America. Since Big Brother Toyota already had the hybrid thing figured out, all Mazda had to do was borrow the 4th-gen hybrid powertrain. Fittingly, it's called the Toyota Hybrid System. However, the engineers didn't simply copy and paste the same powertrain from the RAV4. The Mazda engineers have tweaked the throttle map and power delivery to deliver the Mazda driving feel. Unhappy with the hybrid drivetrain? No problem. You can still order a CX-50 that uses just gas. The base trim of the CX-50, 2025 models that don't include the hybrid drivetrain, is labeled the CX-50 2.5 S Select. The 2025 CX-50 is the second version of the CX-50 to be sold in the last decade, and the basic trim comes with the same gasoline engine found in the hybrid model without the electric motors. The base model CX-50 2.5, fueled by 87-octane gasoline and not the more expensive and complex premium gasoline used by other vehicles, pushes out 187 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 185 pound-foot of torque at 4,000 RPM. The power is pushed through Mazda's Sky Active Drive, a 6-speed automatic transmission derived from a 6-speed manual gearbox. Yes, Mazda still sells vehicles with manual transmissions, typically in the base models. This might just be the same powertrain as found in the CX-50, the 2024 model. But the 2025 model got a small tweak, an update, thus the 2025 naming to the engine, which in the US market improves the 2025 fuel economy to 25 miles per gallon in the city and 31 miles per gallon on the freeway. In addition to the naturally aspirated spec, the CX-50 gets a turbocharged version of that very same engine. When the CX-50 rolled around, its 2.5 turbo trims got an extra shot of power through the addition of a twin-scroll turbocharger, and while less powerful than the 3.0 turbo we saw in the Mazda CX-9, they were still quite an upgrade over the base trim. With premium fuel, it could even get the Sky Active G 2.5-litre power plant to output 256 horsepower. That's around 36% more than the standard unit, and the torque figures were also impressive as the twin-scroll turbocharger probably got the CX-50 up to 320 pound-foot of torque. The transmission remained the same as well. In addition to all that turbocharging, the CX-50 rolled around rigged with a Sky Active Drive 6-speed automatic with paddle shifters. Because of the additional pressure the turbo gives the engine and the subsequent increase in power, fuel economy dropped slightly on the turbocharged trims. You'd get 23 miles per gallon in the city and 29 miles per gallon on the freeway. But with that massive improvement in power and torque, 2 miles per gallon was a high cost to pay. Given that the CX-50 was already a slender and slimmed down looking compact SUV, comparable to some other Mazda models, it expectedly features a stylish exterior. While Mazda didn't change much of the look, it did make subtle changes to the front headlights, rear tail lights, and grille to make it look different. The most notable change that you'd spot at an initial glance would be the large Mazda grille. Its unique design features interlocking horizontal bars in a graphic that looks purposefully wide. The design of this 2025 CX-50's grille is deliberately edgy, something you'd typically see on a mean-looking sports car. The sharpness is somewhat tamed down when complemented with a sleek pair of LED headlights featuring daytime running LED lights. Given the size of the front of the car, drawing a lot of attention to the base Mazda CX-50's front grille, the designers smartly complemented that aggressiveness with striking teardrop-shaped LED lights that look sophisticated thanks to its excellent sleek design. Housing those lights is a Subaru-like sculpted bumper with a skid plate that runs under the CX-50. That skid plate around the bottom section of the car is an excellent addition because it helps protect the car from suspension damage and adds a rugged attitude. Optional on most trim levels, except on the expensive top trims, roof racks. Roof racks come at extra cost and also add a little ruggedness to its overall characteristic. The Mazda CX-50's tech stands pretty proud when divided almost entirely with the competition. There's plenty: wireless phone charger, a power liftgate, heated front seats, dual-zone climate control, 10.25-inch central screen and 7-inch instrument panel, keyless entry, wireless Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto integration with touch functionality. Mazda Connect infotainment with 4 USB-C ports, and an 8-speaker audio system to bang out your favorite tunes too. The party doesn't have to stop there though. Opt for the omnipresent Bose 12-speaker surround audio system for maximum cashews in the snack cup holder. But all that is for nothing if the interior is too cramped, of course. The CX-50 seats 5 passengers. The seats in the second row are upright, but are still low enough to the ground that getting in and out is easy. The legroom in the front row is rated at a minimum of 41 inches and up to 41.7 inches depending on the trim level you choose, while even the rear passengers stretch their legs out to a minimum of 39 inches of legroom. Judging by the numbers Mazda has released for headroom, shoulder room, and hip room, it's safe to say that the interior of the CX-50 is spacious. You'll need cargo space too, so it's worth noting that you get about 31.4 cubic feet of room behind the rear seats, which grows to 56.3 cubic feet when the seats are folded down. With this SUV, you can fit your grocery shopping, sorting equipment, or any other daily needs. The gas-only models, practical as they may be, have a bit more room. After all, they don't need to fit the hybrid battery. Mazda Intelligent Drive Select, or MyDrive for short, offers these modes to help you navigate different driving situations. In addition to sports and off-road modes, available on most trim levels of the turbocharged CX-50, you can opt for tow mode. The tow mode helps you drive more smoothly and safely with a load behind you, so it makes sense that the CX-50's owner's manual recommends using it for towing. In towing mode, the transmission logic changes to compensate for a much higher load and keeps the engine in the right torque band so the car can run more effortlessly. In towing mode, the all-wheel drive torque coupling preloads to synchronize the front and rear wheels to rotate at the same rate, helping to eliminate sway motion virtually. This design results in that, even if you're close to blowing your tow capacity of 3,500 pounds, you won't feel it in the CX-50. Now comes the million-dollar question. Just how much can the 2025 Mazda CX-50 tow? With the 2.5-litre naturally aspirated engine, the tow rating limit is 2,000 pounds. This limit should do the job if you plan to pull a jet ski, a motorbike, a couple of kayaks, or a utility trailer. If you plan to tow something heftier, use a trim level that allows you a turbocharged engine instead. Fortunately, even a turbocharged Mazda CX-50 can tow up to 3,500 pounds. You get many of the same systems and monikers as on the CX-9, plus some bolted on specifically for the CX-50. The previously excellent iActiveSense suite of advanced driver assistance systems has been updated for 2025. The 2023 model is already on sale. Smart brake support, the tech that activates your brakes when you're momentarily distracted and approached too closely from behind, has been improved to include pedestrian protection at night and mitigation of head-on collisions. You also get Smart City brake support, which is the standard non-smart automatic braking system. Other helpful driving assistances in this class of SUV include something called Vehicle Exit Warning, which assures you that nobody is on the sidewalk waiting to get clobbered as you roll out to take your kids to school. The Mazda CX-50 itself has more than half a dozen trim levels. The entry-level, gas-only 2.5S Select, like the one pictured above, bundles a 2.5-litre naturally aspirated engine for $30,000. It's the bare-bones CX-50, and the prices are increasing from here. For a hybrid, if you want one, the cheapest one available for the CX-50 would be 2.5S Preferred, which would start you at $31,250. The car's two price-shaped trim levels come with a hybrid battery pack, and the $37,500 top-draw hybrid would be the two levels only differentiator. The above-mentioned vehicles are turbocharged, but you can start at $40,800. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.